位 Maggie 和各位观众，大家好欢迎来到这个每周华尔街的沃伦王的一个专栏啊。那今天呢，我想说一下，刚才 Maggie 可能已经说了，本周的这个整个的纳斯达克呢，它的一个涨幅呢是非常可观，接近3%，应该是本月。那么如果我们来看主个核心的板块，比如说晶片类啊，还有这个 biotech 生化类板块啊，都是走得比较强劲，特别是本周的，大家可以看到周五 Amgen 它的业绩呢要盖过了这个 Biogen 是第二只最大的生化股。那么 Biogen 的业绩在上周呢是暴跌了接近20%，但是 Amgen 呢却创出了一个新高，说明这个整个的生化类板块的一些个股，它们的业绩呢都是有分化的一个趋势。那么另外一个特点呢就是晶片类板块呢出现了一定的反弹，这是这个纳斯达克上涨的一个重要原因。从我们来看一下图一，就是整个的纳斯达克来看，非常可能在8月呢继续创出新高我不能说这个业绩有多好，只能说是整个的美联储的一个继续的保持低利率这个氛围，使得整个的市场呢寻找更多的一种投资机会。那么今天呢，我也讲两个板块，特别提醒大家，一个是社交类板块，这个曾经是华尔街投资人的一个最爱的一些 momentum 的股票呢，却在本周呢遭遇了滑铁卢般的行情，从 Twitter， 从 LinkedIn， 从这个 Yelp， 从这个 Grubhub 等等这些类的个股。那么是什么原因造成这些？包括 Facebook， 大家可以看到，其实 Facebook 的业绩是非常好，但是由于前期的大家在这个业绩之前提前埋伏，然后在业绩出来以后，除非这家公司能够爆出一个非常好的一个业绩，那么50倍的市盈率来讲的话，对于龙头股的话已经非常非常高了。这就犹如 Cisco 在2000年的时候呢是非常高的一个板块。大家可以看，这个 LinkedIn 这个股价呢，在周五呢是跌了10%，它的市盈率呢已经高达了超过100倍。大家再看 Twitter， 它都还没有在本年呢实现一个真正的盈利，而且它的 PE 非常的高，所以整个的社交类板块正在滑铁卢般的下滑。但是呢，我今天呢还想提醒大家关注餐饮类板块。虽然我今天查了这个 IBD Market Smith 里面197个板块当中，整个的餐饮类板块并不是说表现特别好，但是我不得不说，从过去的这个10多年的20年的整个的板块的走势来看，整个的餐饮类板块的表现还是比较稳定的。相对于社交类媒体这种暴涨暴跌的一个趋势呢，餐饮呢给出大家一个非常好的一个长期投资的一个机会。首先来看一下这个 Panera Bread PNRA 这一家公司呢，已经有超过1800家这个 franchise 在全美和加拿大以及波多黎各。那么它的市盈率以及高增长，以及它的小盘的这个特点呢，是它这个股价的位置在不断上升的一个秘诀。大家也可以再看一下 Buffalo Wind BWLD它的姐妹股呢是最近才刚刚上市的 WING 所以呢，我觉得社交类媒体呢整体在沉沦，而餐饮呢是一枝独秀，保持一个长期稳定的一个上涨的趋势。好，我再把时间呢交还给 Maggie。
小盘股呢是以上涨快而出名，又以风险高而让一些投资者们望而却步。因此，什么样的小盘股值得关注呢？又应该如何选择买入以及卖出的时机呢？成为决定小盘股交易的成败关键。那么在此次 Money Show 的活动当中，有着20余年经验的 Kevin Kennedy 就给出了我们投资者一些建议。
Hi, Mr. Kennedy. We are great to have you today.
My pleasure.
What are the advantages of investing in microcap and small cap stocks?
Well, I publish a newsletter called the CoolCat Explosive Small Cap Growth Stock Report. The advantages are obviously you can see there's more volatility in those stocks, so you can see higher price gains. Typically, if you look at the top stocks over the last year in terms of how much stocks have gone up, you're going to see a lot of stocks that a year ago were in that micro cap, small cap territory. Probably 80 to 90% of those big winners will come from that field. Obviously, there's a lot of volatility, so it's not all roses, but basically that's where you're going to see a lot of the winners in those smaller companies. What I do is I look for stocks that are emerging, out of a slumber. Maybe they've been weak for a while and they traded sideways, and now there's some positive news coming into the stock, so the volume's picking up, the prices are going higher. They're basically making new 52-week highs, and then I like to buy them as they pull back from that first new 52-week high.
Let's talk about the investment strategy.
We kind of focus on 3 M's. Market timing, momentum stocks, and then money management. You basically, you want to be in a strong market because about 50% of a stock's movement is traced to how the market's behaving, and then once you're in a strong market, you want to look for the kind of stocks that have the characteristics of past winners, and again, a lot of them are smaller companies, and then you need some rules to handle, to when you want to buy them, when you want to sell them, both to take a profit, and sometimes when they don't work out, how you're going to sell them to take a loss.
How many stocks would you recommend to invest when fully invested?
I think every investor is different, it depends. Some people have a lot of time and maybe they have a lot of different interests and they spread themselves out. But I think at a minimum you want to have, 8 to 15 stocks in your portfolio. When you have that, if you have too few, you can get caught up too much in one stock that takes you down. And the other thing is you may miss on some stocks that can go up. So if you have 8 to 10, it's not too many to follow, and it kind of increases your odds of both of avoiding that big mistake stock, that takes you down, and also finding some nice winners.
Last intraday, the Nasdaq closes at a record, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about it?
The market, has obviously been going up since, the bear market bottom of 08, 09. The indexes have gone up a lot, since then. But, in the shorter term period, again, you can't really predict when a market's going to top out. So you'd like to see this kind of action. You want to see the market making new highs. All-time highs, for the Nasdaq. I think that's a positive development. Not to say, it's something that you got to continue to monitor and look at as time goes on.
You mentioned a technology stock.
Yeah, it was the symbol is TTMI. It's TTM Technologies. It's a stock that's it's about a $9 stock. It's pulled back recently. It's acting kind of it's in the spot that I like to find these stocks. It made a new high. Now it's pulling back. It's near a 3 to 6 month low, which is kind of in the high 8s. So it's right above that area. It's a pretty good situation for it to be in right now.
Okay. You just mentioned 4 biotech stocks also.
Yes. We had, I publish 3 newsletters. Besides the small cap newsletter, I publish another newsletter called the Cool Cap Market Momentum Stock Leaders, which report which focuses on large caps and NASDAQ 100 stocks, a little bit bigger than our small cap area, mid caps, let's say, as well. And then a Cool Cat ETF report, which focuses both on exchange traded funds, such as Chinese internet Chinese ETFs, biotech ETFs, and then we have a longer term approach that's more designed for people who have retirement accounts and that type of thing. But in terms of the biotech stocks, the ones I mentioned here at the Money Show, one is Corbus Pharmaceuticals, CRBP. This is a more speculative situation. It's below 100 million market cap, no sales. But they do have a promising drug that just got FDA orphan drug status, and it's pulled back. So, again, it's below $3, and it's in a pretty decent area. Another one I mentioned is Alexion. Alexion's at the other end of the spectrum. It's a huge NASDAQ 100 stock, 40 billion market cap. $3 2 or 3 billion in sales, so a fairly established company, has a lot of drug winners, still doing more research to try to find more drug winners, has earnings, which is very unusual for biotech stocks. The other two I mentioned were Concert Pharmaceuticals, that's a CNCE. Again, kind of a medium-sized stock. I won't go into too much of it there. But and then EBS is a small-cap stock, which basically has an anthrax vaccine and some sales. Again, it's a little bit more established company, particularly for a small-cap biotech stock.
Okay. Thank you, Kennedy.
好了，节目的最后呢，我们来关注一下下周有哪些值得关注的经济数据以及业绩。那么下周一将会发布的呢是7月份的 ISM 制造业指数，该指数呢将会反映出美国经济的繁荣程度。而周三呢7月份的 ADP 就业报告也会发布。那么 ADP 就业数据呢是被市场称为小非农，是对于将会在周五发布的7月份非农数据的一个小预测。那么该数据呢可能会影响联储的加息日程。再来关注一下下周重要的业绩都有哪些。那么迪士尼公司呢将会于下周二公布财报，而周三公布财报的公司呢是时代华纳公司，周五呢也会有京东商城以及伯克希尔哈撒韦公司公布财报。想要随时随刻获得我们的资讯信息，请扫描屏幕上的二维码，关注中文投资网的微信公众号。明天呢将会在洛杉矶圣盖博希尔顿酒店举行名师以及名嘴的投资专场秀 ，AM1300全程直播。详情请关注中文投资网的官方网站 www.chinesefn.com。好了，本期的节目呢就到这里了，我们下期再见。